Hey Ronald, this is Tristan with Big Picture SEO. I spoke to you on the phone earlier today and I told you I was going to shoot you over this video showing you a couple different ways you can boost your online presence, and this is that video. And I don't want to take up a lot of your time with this, so I'm just going to get straight into it. Now, before I tell you the different things that you can do, I want to show you where you currently lie in Google's ranks. So I put your domain here in this tool I use. It's called Ahrefs, and I'll explain what all of this means throughout the video, but we're going to stick with traffic and keywords for now. So traffic is going to be the amount of people coming to your website a month, and that's 105 here. And then keywords are going to be the words and phrases that are within your website that when Google indexes it, they deem you want to rank for. So we can go in and we can look at what words and phrases you're ranking for. And so Nova Fence, that has a search volume of 250, so 250 people are looking that up a month. You're in the third position, which means when you look that up, you'll be the third organic website that pops up, and you're getting 29 people a month from your website. And then you got Aluminum Fence Miami, that's 250, sixth position, and you got 13 people. And if we keep going down, you're actually ranking with, the keywords that you probably should be ranking for. So like, fencing Miami here, aluminum fence supply Miami, Miami fence, fence Miami, fence company, fence installation Miami, both. And you're always going to want to stick with location oriented and buyer intent keywords, which is, if we kept going, it looks like that's what you're doing. So you're winning there, but you're obviously lacking position wise. Now, the way that you're going to be able to rise through the ranks in Google is by bringing power back to your website, and you do that with backlinks. And all a backlink is, a link within a website that links directly back to yours. So, for example, if I click this, it would take me back to your website, and that's a backlink. And then a referring domain is just the website that has your link within it. So you have 195 websites linking back to you with a total of 857 backlinks. So we can go in and we can see what's bringing you power. And you're probably in things like expertise and Kev's Best. Yeah, that's going to be the first one. That usually is if you're in it. Expertise, web's country, lawn starter, Sunita. This is just like a guest post. I'm assuming where you like go and you pay for your domain to be listed in there. But if you look here, it's actually a no follow, which means you're not getting any power. So if you paid for this yourself, you're going to want to get it removed. If it's a monthly thing, you want to stop because it's not really giving you any power. You got a blog here, and blogs are always good because I don't know if you're utilizing this for this reason, but if you're putting out value into the internet and linking back to yourself within a blog, Google sees that as you just giving value without asking for anything in return. And good Samaritans are gold in Google's eyes. So definitely keep up with this because whenever we get to your competitor, you'll see that that's what a lot of what they're coming from. You got super pages here, but again, that's a no follow, so you're not getting any power from that. Alexa top domain list. So again, no follow. If you paid for this, you definitely got to get out of it because it's not helping you at all. They have a low domain rating, and you're not getting any power from that low domain rating. And this is probably the same thing. Usually links like this, I would click it to go see what it is, but I've done that a few times, and I've gotten a virus actually on my old laptop from that. So I stay away from these now. I don't know, and it's a no follow as well. So the majority of these looks like we're only through a couple, but the majority is looking like they're no follows. So you're gonna want to go out and you're want to get yourself guest posts. Like what this is, again, it's just where you go and you pay for a website to list your domain there, and then they give you power. So you're definitely going to want to go get a few more of those, quite a bit actually, because if we move over to your number one competitor, actually, we can see, they only have 104 backlinks, excuse me, but they have a 43 domain rating. So we can go in and we can see where they're getting their power from. And, so fencingnorthampton.com, Columbia tree removal. So I was looking through this website actually, and I believe this is a lead gen, and if you're not familiar with that, that's just when somebody who does what I do, they go out, they build their own website, they purchase the domain, they pay for it, and then they get it to rank it out to another bid around in the area. And if we go down all the way to the bottom, we can see that they're actually link circling, which means they're putting their link on a different website in exchange for a link they're putting their link on a website in exchange for them putting that website's link on theirs. So they got partnered with Fence Contractors Denver here. So they're exchanging power in that way. And then if we go back to their backlinks, it's Fencing Northampton. And this is all the way in the UK, and they're getting power from that website. So if you know any, fence contractors in your area or anybody else out of state, or even, some kind of contract related business, you're going to want to try and get some link circles in with them if they have a good domain rating, if they have a nice website, because that's going to be one way that you need to beat these guys out. Otherwise, they're just going to keep those top positions, and it's going to be hard for you to rank up there. I didn't look at your number two competitor. Maybe he's not doing, going this hard at it. But for sure, if you want the number one spot, this is something you're going to have to do. And he's got, Lex Fence Co. So he's got a lot of link circles here. This guy is definitely going to be hard to beat out without buying a whole bunch of guest posts and maybe getting yourself listed with influential links. And an influential link is just getting, like a paper or newspaper article written about you. I've seen a few websites whenever I was doing some prospecting for landscaping, there were some people who had the Miami New Times, a couple of those links coming back to them, and those are some good links. So if you can get a newspaper article, write a newspaper article about yourself and link that back to you, that would definitely help. And if we keep going, they got a blog here. Like I said, blogs are nice, and having a blog page within your site, like they do, allows you to add more content, within it, and add more keywords and link back to yourself a little bit more. And that's always helpful. So that's something you're probably gonna have to look into doing. Is definitely adding a blog page within your website just to give yourself some more credibility within Google's eyes. And if we keep going down, this is a lot here, a lot of power coming to them. So it's definitely, you're going to have to get a lot of guest posts. They got domain info free. So this looks like maybe it's a free one, or name cheap Inc. Maybe it's a cheap domain, but it still has a 45 rating. So you'd want to go through everything that they have and try and get the things that you can get in. And what you can't, you're going to want to substitute with guest post, or try and get some link circles from your other friends and whatnot. I hope that this video was helpful for you. I do offer these services, so if this is something you feel like you might be interested in, feel free to reach back out to me. My number is 812-827-3138. And one more thing actually, citations. When it comes to the map pack listing, in here how you get listed up in this is by listing your citations inside of directories. And a citation is just your business's name, address, and phone number. And a directory is just a website that allows you to do that. So things like Yellow Pages and Kev's Best and Expertise, which you were in, I think, 3 best rated local database. There's literally hundreds upon hundreds out there that you're going to want to list yourself in. And again, another way you get, to be listed in here, you got to have a high organic listing. So like, Miami Fence Co., Superior Fence. I know the fence company in Miami, that's these guys. I'm not sure if these guys fall in there actually. We could say that this might be them actually right there. And then Henry Fence Inc. Yeah, so the top 3 are going to be the top 3 here. You're going to have to get yourself ranked high organically. But again, I do offer these services, so if that's something you feel like you might be interested in, feel free to call me back. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and thank you for your time.